Good evening. So traveling's pretty cool, right? Yeah, people like that. I personally have been to all of the hottest spots. Paris, Rome, Six Flags Great America. But by far my favorite place I've ever been is this place called Old People Country. Oh, it doesn't sound like any of you have ever been there before. Well, let me tell you, it's a magical land full of bedwetting, forgetting where you are, and chicken salad every day of the week. The most recent stay, I really took to the customs of the natives, especially the bedwetting. My bedtime came no later than 7:30 p.m. I ate metric butt tons of Raisin Bran, and I enjoyed my fair share of sponge baths. And everywhere you go, it's important to pick up on vernacular of there, you know. It's important to understand the language. So things like, goodness gracious, what time does bingo start? And damn kids, get off my lawn. All made their way to the vocabulary. You know, but I still found myself as an outcast. You know, the next youngest local was 48 years older than me. And, you know, my excellent hearing, lack of wrinkles, and fondness for Lady Gaga just made the divide even more vast. But I did manage to endure all the hardships, and I made it out alive. Which is a lot more than some of the other natives could say. Alive, that's a nursing home. Not a country at all, but I did live there for 2 months, for business, not for pleasure. See, what happened is that I got hit by a truck. I got into a pretty bad fight with a truck, and it won. Because it's a truck, and contrary to popular belief, I'm not a truck. Learned a very valuable lesson, though. That is that trucks are natural-born fighters, kind of like lions or really drunk girls. And that I am much more of a pacifist, like Gandhi, or girls that just get drunk enough to be really sleepy and pass out on the floor. When I woke up in the ambulance, I was obviously pretty concerned, you know, not about any of the trivial stuff, obviously. No, nothing like, what all of these broken, am I going to live? I just bought these pants, why are you cutting off me? Instead, I found myself repeatedly telling the EMTs, this can't be happening to me. I have a cat. Not really doing much for my reputation as not a crazy cat lady. On a completely related note, I'm sure all of you have heard the phrase, honesty is the best policy. It's a pretty solid policy. I don't think it's really taking into account all the other great contenders in the arena of best policy. Some other ones I think deserve recognition. First Amendment's pretty cool. Internet privacy policies, I like those. Or there's this one where you can't have a concealed weapon bigger than 6 feet in Kentucky. It's a really big weapon. Truth, it's a pretty interesting thing because you can just tell, you know, like partial truths, and it's not lying. It's just being kind of misleading. So that's why my favorite lie is the lie of omission. If I were to tell my mother that I was going out, but really I was going to a strip club to do heroin with some of my homies, there's nothing false about what I told her. If I had a nickel for every time that one worked in high school, I would have no nickels.
Liar.
Got me. I'm actually a pretty bad liar. Next to knitting or bass fishing, it's definitely one of the things I'm worst at. And I figure that's probably good because it means I'm not scum of the earth. But there are some instances where lying is totally needed, I think. Like if my mom wants to know how pot roast is, or on your taxes if you claim 3 dependent children, or if someone wants to know if you love them, I think those are all completely acceptable times to let the deceit just fly. They like to lie just for the fun of it, you know? I'm sure everyone here is told a lie just to amuse themselves. Whether it's weaving some elaborate tale about this really awesome thing you've done, like eating an entire 3-foot sub in one sitting, or if it's just something really mundane and boring, like climbing the world's biggest mountain. You know, there's something really, the thrill of just convincing people that you're way more awesome than you are in actuality. It's a great thing. And I think that's why compulsive liars do it, for the jollies. But I personally, I don't know how they keep track of all those webs of lies. Because I can't even remember to unload the dishwasher before it gets moldy. So I'm wondering if they have like an Excel spreadsheet, a flow chart. Are they all the early adapters of Google Plus? You know, like, got circles for everyone, like different lies they've told. Like people who think I'm British, people who think I'm a politician, people I've told that Billy Ray Cyrus is my uncle. That's a pretty common one I use all the time. Spitting image. So. I think that the takeaway is that lying is a necessary evil, and that much like alcohol and explosives, it should be used responsibly. I'm Sarah Collier, thank you.